Hello, welcome back to another edition of Collegiate Cooking. I'm Meredith Hamilton.
And I'm Emily Lewandowski.
Today we have a special episode about gluten-free dining. This has kind of become a really popular thing these days. A lot of people have been trying this alternative diet just to be more healthy. Some people have intolerances or even serious problems with gluten. You live the gluten-free lifestyle, right?
I do, and actually it's more of a choice for me, not necessarily because I like the way that it tastes, but just because of some health issues. I know a common disease most people have being gluten-free is called celiac disease, and it's pretty serious. So I know that finding gluten-free recipes is incredibly difficult. So what we're doing today is we're making a gluten-free pasta recipe. It's quick, it's easy, it's a one-pot meal, and so we're gonna show you how this works. So Meredith, we have some gluten-free pasta here, correct?
Yes, yeah, we have our gluten-free pasta. You can get this pretty much anywhere, like Walmart sells it, lots of grocery stores. It's not terribly expensive. No. We also have some French goat cheese here that we're gonna crumble on top of the pasta.
Good
with some
flavor.
Oil,
Sure.
Fresh basil, one of my favorite things to cook with.
Absolutely.
Sun-dried tomatoes and some salt and pepper.
Okay, all right, perfect.
Yep, so what we have going on over here is that we are starting to rehydrate the sun-dried tomatoes in the pot. That way they'll be nice and moist for when we put them into our pasta.
Kind of brings out the flavor a little bit more.
Exactly, exactly. They have a really nice, like acidic, tart flavor that's really gonna like bump up the flavor levels of this pasta dish.
Absolutely, okay, perfect.
All right, so let's put this in. Oh, actually, let's take the tomatoes out first. Spoon them into this little dish here.
Sure thing. And it doesn't, you can just kind of judge how many tomatoes that you want in your recipe, kind of depending on how much pasta you're actually going to be cooking. So.
Yep, it's all personal taste. This is a really easily adjustable recipe. You can just kind of do whatever. You can add different spices, whatever suits your palate.
Awesome.
All right, so let's throw this pasta in.
So now we have about 1.5 cups of pasta right here to about 4 cups, 3.5 of water. All right, so we're just going to
throw it in,
dump the pasta in, and we're going to bring this to a boil and kind of wait for it to start cooking.
Yeah, and while this pasta is cooking, we're going to show you a segment about a downtown restaurant in Greenville that really caters to people who need gluten-free dining. So have fun watching that, and we'll see you back in a couple minutes.
Crave what you want, eat what you want, and live hazard-free.
We're here in downtown Greenville at Trios. Let's go inside for some good food and some more hospitality.
Todd, it's great to be back here at Trios. Tell me a little bit about the place. What are some of the highlights?
Well, 3 friends, trio, from the University of Georgia got together and decided they wanted to open a restaurant. So 19 years ago this past June, we decided to locate here to Coffee and Main Street, and we're an Italian restaurant, what we call eclectic Italian. Do mainly pasta dishes, pizzas, calzones. One of the big things we do is we have a brick oven pizza.
Now I hear the oven's a central feature of the place. Where'd that come from?
Well, the oven we imported from Italy, Modena, Italy, and it took quite a few people to get it inside the restaurant, and we basically built the restaurant around it.
Sounds great. What are some of the favorites off the menu?
Well, people love the sausage and pepperoni pizza. It's one of our favorites, but there's also other pizzas, the Hawaiian, the spinach artichoke, again, kind of the eclectic side of Italian. Some of our favorite dishes would be a penne goat dish, which is like a penne pasta with some seasoned olive oil, goat cheese, and a lot of good veggies like sun-dried tomatoes and black olives and other things that just make the dish really, really pop.
Now I heard you guys have a gluten-free menu. Tell me a little bit about that.
We do. The past couple of years there's been a call for more gluten-free items, whether it be a diet or a diet restriction. So we decided to go with some gluten-free options for customers. Pretty much any pasta dish that we have we can turn into a gluten-free item.
Sounds great. Well, I'd love to see the oven in action.
Yeah, we can do that. Let's go.
Alrighty, let's go.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that little sneak peek at Trios. Go ahead and check that out sometime. It's a great place to eat.
Absolutely.
Delicious food.
Yeah.
All right, so our pasta is already cooked. We added in some oil just to make sure that it doesn't stick to each other and then it's ready to eat nice and soft. So we have the rest of our ingredients. Here are our sun-dried tomatoes. We chopped them up a little bit so they're a little bit easier to mix in with the other ingredients. So Emily's gonna go ahead and start chopping our fresh basil, and I'm gonna work on the goat cheese over here, just crumbling it up into little pieces.
So now I know a lot of people think that, oh, it's so much better if you just tear fresh basil, but we did a little bit of research and we noticed that that wasn't actually true. So what you're doing is you can just basically chop it up like you would any other herb, basically, which is nice. Or you can tear it if you want. It really is up to you. Just make sure you chop it in fine enough pieces so you don't get large chunks of it in your pasta dish.
That's right. And this goat cheese, you can find it pretty much at any supermarket, even though it's like a specialty cheese. Many places do carry it.
Sure.
I actually got this at Walmart, so you can find it pretty much anywhere there's a Walmart, which is everywhere.
And again, you want it in small enough chunks so that it'll kind of melt into the pasta.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
You can buy it pre-crumbled, but I don't know. I just kind of like having hands on my food and like really feel like I'm participating in the experience.
All right, so once we add in the basil, the goat cheese, then we put in that sun-dried tomato, correct?
That's right.
A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper?
Yep, just to taste.
Super, super easy dish. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this basil in if you're ready with the goat cheese.
Go for it. I think I am. I think this is just about as much as I want.
Again, one pot dish, fantastic. It smells delicious already. Do you want me to add the goat cheese in?
Go ahead and take that.
All right, and then we'll get those sun-dried tomatoes ready.
This is a super great dish, like for people who are on the go, like like moms. They can just whip this up for their kids really quickly. It doesn't take long. You can have the pasta pre-cooked, so it's super simple. All right, let's go ahead and toss that together with the spoon.
Okay.
It's good for if you're only cooking for one. As you see, this is about a 2-person serving.
Yeah.
And all right, let's go ahead and serve that up.
Sure thing.
Into our dish.
Okay.
It
smells fantastic. All of these flavors combining together. It looks great.
Yep.
Love the smell of it.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your cooking experience.